Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And another trigger warning in this video. Some of you are going to get your feelings hurt. So soy boys, click off now. I'm going to be going raw, uncut, unfiltered in this one. And we're going to be talking about Triple D versus Plinko, responsibility versus responsibility, and what should Forex do. And you're going to want to stick around because it's not what you probably think. So as I said, some of you are probably going to get your feelings hurt. And this is just me sharing my coaching hat. You don't have to like it. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to engage with it. And you can leave your comments in the section. I read all of them. So anyway, let's dive first into what brought this up. So it's the Triple D versus Plinko. So definitely over the past couple of weeks, have heard or seen this coming out, and I did a poll myself and decided to ask because I was quite curious. I honestly did not think it would be this much of a landslide. Only got 259 votes, so that's no way a clear representation of the community. But like with all statistics, you take some kind of data point and you extrapolate it out. So if we extrapolate it out, then this goes into 90-10. And if you listen to the AMA or the voice chat I did on the Twitter Spaces with Drip to Wealth, I said the 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. That's the 80-20 rule. So definitely check this book out and read up about this. Definitely some very interesting information, especially as it relates to business. But you can find this principle pretty much all over. It's kind of also like the Fibonacci rule, the number sequence. But anyway, the point being that in that Pareto principle, it's an 80-20 split on things in life, right? So they say that like 80% of your revenue in a business comes from 20% of your actual clients, but also 80% of your problems will come from 20% of your clients as well, right? So you need to find out where those sweet spots are and remove the overhead from certain areas and then amplify the other areas, right? So in this, we could say this is 80-20 if we were to extrapolate this out, and that would make sense, right? About 20% being interested in Plinko. That would probably also line up with the number of people that got into Drip early, and these being the 20%. And of course, we know that we have multiple Drip accounts, but you know, just bear with me, but that would be, these people would be the ones that are like super bullish on all the animal farm production and use cases because they've made their drip bag. They got tons of multiple drip accounts, so they're not sweating it. Whereas you got the 2022 crowd, where they're probably more so the ones in this equation that will be looking more for Triple D drip stuff because that's what they got into. So the question is, if the community is looking for this, or 80% or so is looking for it, and 20% is only looking for this, why then is Forex focused on Plinko? Well, that is a great question, and that's what we're going to examine. So some other content creators also have stated or come out and said that they too aren't interested in Plinko. People in the comments on my videos said that they're not into gambling. I've expressed my degen philosophy. So it makes you wonder why all of this attention is on it. So there's a couple reasons. Number one, we're gonna come up with, it's literally a reason Forex himself said, right? So Drip is getting gate kept. This was back in December. He mentioned this, December 15th. It's really unfortunate, and all I have little to no control over. We have reached out to these platforms and have had limited success. It's so fucking ridiculous that project, which have literally been hacked multiple times, have lost users, funds multiple times, have no warning, but Drip does. It's because we are number 2 in transaction volume on BSC, so we stand out, but still getting bunched in with other daily ROI platforms with a team component, which we're actually high risk, but we're not. This is a battle we have been fighting for a long time. This is why I've been insisting so much that Drip and Animal Farm are kept separate, so Animal Farm doesn't get kept in the same way. Regardless, we still have a lot of work being done on Drip right now. A 4-man dev team building should have a ton of work done Drip by mid-January. Well, we're in mid-March and that's not done yet, but that's not the point of this video. Point is that I think maybe Forex is burnt out from trying to fight the Drip fight, right? Not to say that he's not going to be building for it or not doing anything for it, but in his own words, he says it's frustrating and he doesn't have any control over it and he's got limited success. So hence why he's been insisting so much that Drip is kept separate from the animal farm. And he's also stated in other AMAs that the animal farm is the accumulation of knowledge he learned from drip, and he's going to be building everything off of the animal farm. So the lending models, the vesting tokens distribution, all this stuff is the accumulation of the knowledge he learned from drip. And also, like you mentioned, that people buy hype and not speculation. So he's created a model where he can try to keep the liquidity of those assets pumping, basically, so that the charts stay looking bullish, so it's easier to market. He's also looking at the bringing in from like the lending of the decentralized cross-chain bridges, right? So that he can get all of that capital, billions of dollars of capital, to get them interested in staking on his platform. He already said that he's positioning himself to compete with PancakeSwap. This is all about the animal farm and the long-term use case of it, and the non-gate-kept structure of the animal farm. So those are two reasons that he himself is going to be more focused on the animal farm. Secondly, remember, Drip is a community project and he collects no dev fee. But on the Pigpen, he's got the top, not top anymore, but he's got these 3 dev wallets that we know of, right? So that's 5,200 Drip, and I'm sorry, pigs in each one. And at about 6 cents, 7 cents, that's basically $1,000 a day. So he's got a $30,000 budget a month that he can use at 6 cents. Obviously at 10 cents, it's more. And the higher he gets this platform generating fees, then clearly the more passive income he can make. And remember, I told you guys, personality wise, he's not a degen. He's all about the dividends, baby. So he's going to try to get millions and billions of capital onto the animal farm. So those are 3 reasons that you could see why he would be supporting the animal farm, or focused, I guess I should say, not supporting, focused more so on the animal farm. Granted, he has a separate team, but even by his own action, if you come into, this is the drip chat, mind you, you can see that pretty much after December, it's a lot of stuff about the animal farm, AMA, big AMA, animal farm. He did have one drip news announcement, so it's like a small chat down here. Lots of bullish news for the animal farm, TM animal farm. So even though he said this is all about the animal farm, burns and stuff like that, none of this is drip burns. So there was a 4,200 for tax, so I'm sorry, apologize. But anyway, you can scroll through here and see this yourself. So everything he's posting in the drip chat is all about the animal farm. So even though he wants to keep the drip out of the animal farm chat, it's okay to put animal farm content into the drip chat. And again, this is not like to discredit him or whatever, but it's to show you, he's showing you with his actions where his focus is. And again, you can hate it or be upset or whatever the case may be. But if I were a CEO and I were building a project and I had all these other issues, I would clearly be supporting the one that I guess has the least amount of friction as well. Now, there's a caveat to that, of course, if you're trying to just do stuff that the community wants, but the community is not always right. So none of us are developers. None of us know how to best lead this team. We all have our own ideas. And that's where this piece of the puzzle comes in of what should Forex do? Well, Forex should do whatever the hell Forex fucking wants to do. That's the God's honest truth. It sucks for us. We want him to do stuff for Drip, but he has no obligation to us. He built Drip and he can choose to build for it some more, or he can choose to build for other projects. That's kind of the way the nature of this goes, right? This is crypto. This is DeFi. He doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to. And we're lucky to have a dev that is still at least building in the ecosystem. Granted, I would love for his attention to be focused on Drip, but there's no should in that equation. If you listen to Tony Robbins, he's like, you should do this, you should do that. And all you do is should all over yourself. So he's doing exactly what he wants to do and what he needs to do and what he feels is best for his long-term ideas as a investor, not a degen. Remember, he's not selling Drip. He's not accumulating Drip. He already said he doesn't accumulate tokens or assets that he has to sell. Because like when he took the Reap DAO tokens, he just collected them. He didn't sell them. When he took the Drip, he just collected. He didn't sell it. But in Pigpen, he can take the dividends. Dogpound, he can take the dividends. So he's clearly going to build things that align with his values and principles as a profitable trader and a long-term investor. Now, what's the bright side to this? So since Forex doesn't have to do anything and Forex can do whatever the hell he wants, where does this come into play, right? This, where did it go? Responsibility versus responsibility. Well, that's exactly where this comes in. So I feel like in 2021, that was the year that Forex built Drip for the community. Remember, no defi. 2022 is all about Animal Farm. 2023 is the year in which the community takes back the platform that Forex gave us. So it is now our responsibility, and I'm going to break these down and explain it to you, to do what we can for the Drip community given project. And that's what we've seen actually started late last year, but early this year. So we had the 1% NFT that Proof put out. We've had the Guardians of the Reservoir that came out. We had the Stuff the Res campaign. We have the Hellhounds. We have Droplet. These are all community driven initiatives that in some way, shape or form are meant to benefit Drip, right? Well, Hellhounds is not exactly, but you get my point, right? So the point is that we as the community have a now responsibility to the Drip network if we want to see it succeed. And that's where these two different definitions come in. So responsibility is weighty, burdensome, shifts our attention to the past, who might be to blame for a problem, is rooted in the expectation and amends that must be made, and often perpetuates shame. Responsibility is basically to ask yourself, the way I learned in the military is, do you have the ability to respond to a problem? And what is your response to that ability? So it goes both ways, right? So responsibility lightens our burden, shifts our attention to the future and the new opportunities it may hold, is rooted in the expectation that even those who aren't responsible for a problem should care enough to create solutions. That's the magic right there, and often perpetuates love. So what is our ability to respond to the problem of Drip not being at the prices we want? Well, I just showed you that. Droplet, 1%, Hellhounds, Guardians, Stuff the Res. It goes on and on and on. My Chains 360 platform. And I'm trying now to collaborate with that marketing DAO idea that Rockape just kind of dropped in the Twitter space. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to take and run with this and see if I can integrate this in my platform. I'd love to use the proceeds from Chains 360 and make this marketing DAO. Take the community project back that was given to us. And what is our response to that ability? Well, it's to create these things that have utility. It's to band together as a community and take the project to where we want it to go. So that's, to me, the juice. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get at in this video. So there's nothing that Forex needs to do or should do. We can actually, if you have devs in the group and we understand this, we can actually leverage and create a borrow and lending platform. You can use it with Drip collateral, just like actually the layer 2 could have been built by itself, because remember, the layer 1 contracts are immutable. So if you build something that is SAFU and the community gets behind, and then that contract on top will deposit directly into the reservoir, into the vault, and you can track that on the blockchain, the people will get behind it. Problem is, you would have to have some capital and some incentive to get people to sacrifice their Drip to do so. And that's where the drip drop draw came from, and then getting the kind of go ahead from Forex to now integrate it onto the UI. But make no mistake, this could have been done and still can be done completely by itself. And those types of ideas, we don't need to integrate Forex on. We can let Forex integrate or do and develop on his vision of bringing more utility and diversity to the entire DeFi space. But we can take the responsibility of building out the Drip network the way we see it. Remember, it's drip.community for a reason. So if we all figure out what it is each of us can do and what skills and resources we have and bring those together, then the sky is the limit. That's why I guess I'll give you an update on this with Spritz. I check in with Chris once a week. His last update, I'm looking at it directly on my phone. So his last update literally said, quote, "We're working hard on it. Stay tuned!" Exclamation point. So I know that this stuff takes time, but that is my point. Like, I can't build what Spritz can build, but my ability to respond to the problems of Drip was to reach out to someone and say, yo, what about if we leverage the actual community and support your platform? That's just one idea. I know that Driptopian is building something along with a restaurant or whatever. So there are tons of areas that the community can build together. And all we need to do is work together to get these integrated, and Drip will see new all-time highs and sustainable, you know, but it takes literally each person doing their part. And that's all I really wanted to put into this video. So if you stuck around, then you realize I wasn't dogging on Forex or what it hasn't done or anything like that. Again, to reiterate, he doesn't have to do anything else. He's given us the foundation. He built a contract that is immutable and that works. Now it's on us to take it to the next level. Yeah, and it's great if he decides to support it, but there's nothing in his area of quote unquote responsibility that he has to do that. And that was kind of an awakening call for me. That's a gut check for myself as well. It's like, because I know I put out content before. It's like, Forex should do this, Forex should do that. And I've even heard people in the other groups and stuff like that. I've seen it in my comments. Coach, you should put out a video like that. You should do this. And even in Ray's comments, you should do this for the community, Ray. It's like, no, nobody should do anything. Each person needs to do their own work and put in their own brick and help carry this. So the old African proverb says, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, you go together. So get your team together, get your areas of expertise together, get your skills, get your ideas. And if you can't do any of this stuff, all you got to do is support it. I remember I told you guys on my channel before, a thumbs up and a share, a like, or whatever, that's enough. That gets the algorithm out. So that's just each person putting in their brick by watching the videos and sharing it and posting it, whatever the case may be. So everybody can actually do something. And that is the true responsibility of the Drip community. So that's all I got on this one. Hope it provides some value. Hope it sheds some light on this entire thing. And hopefully we get some positive updates here in the future. But if not, let's take back the Drip community and take it where we want it to go. And if you're out there and you are a marketer and you got some marketing skills, I want to put you in my group with Rocket and Scott. And let's get some brainstorming ideas together and figure out how we can create separate social medias and marketing, sales funnels, everything. Rockape's got some great ideas. There's literally millions of people over here in India, Philippines, Southeast Asia. And I know I have people in my group that speak these different languages, and we can get these people tapped into crypto. We can swing Drip in all sorts of levels, man. So take it as Wanna Be Well would say, take it by force. All right, that's all I got for this one. Hope it provided some value. If it did, smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.